Today we're going to be talking about photo tips and the best images to pick for your handbag. It's probably the biggest question that we get is the type of photo that's going to work best for your bag. And we have a section on our website where you can review those tips that we give you. But I want to go over it in this video so that you understand a little bit clearer about these things that we talk about regarding photos. So on our homepage here at www.ginaalexander.com, we go to the bottom where the tab Photo Tips lives, and we're going to click on that, and it's going to go to the Photo Tips page. We have a lot of information here that we go over in other videos you can find, but this one we're just going to go down to the bottom to, it says Photo Examples. We're going to go through each image and explain why we are pointing these things out. So this particular tip is these real panoramic type images where you've got all of the, here's all the kids on the couch, but there's not enough room above or below to really do what we need to do to create a really nice handbag out of this image. So we asked to avoid panoramic photos. Although the handbag prefers a horizontal image, a panoramic photo tends to be too narrow for the bag. So sometimes we get images that are in this panoramic mode, and they don't always work the best. So we want to have plenty of room on the sides, tops, and bottom to create the perfect handbag. The next is avoiding white background. We don't mind it so much, but we ask that you avoid it if you can. The bag is made from the image, and if the image is mainly white, then your handbag is going to be white, and that means that potentially can get dirty. So we really say if you can avoid it, don't use it, because your handbag's going to show dirt more, and the handbag's going to be white unless you wear white a lot. The image we will accept images with white background, but we charge a $25 white background fee that you will find when you are in your shopping cart, and as you're choosing a bag, there'll be an option to pay that extra fee so that we can make it really good on our end, the best that we can with a white background. Okay? The next tip is avoiding dark photos. This photo here, these two dogs. You can see the dog on the right. You can kind of get out what you can see the details, but on the left, the dog that's darker, you can't see the details. So it's very difficult to really make out what's going on here. So really avoid real stark contrasts in your photo. So this is basically avoid dark photos. The designer will do the best they can do to lighten up the areas, but it's not always going to come out as desired. So it's hard to guarantee that it's going to look exactly the way you imagine it. So we try to avoid that if possible. Okay. This photo tip is about doing your own cropping. From time to time we do get these kind of images where people have cut it out and physically cut the image. It doesn't give us enough room to work with, so we will reject this image on the basis that you cropped it yourself and it's not giving us enough room to work with. And so what ends up happening is we end up cropping the gentleman at the top there. His head gets cut off. The woman on the right, she gets half of her body cut off, and so it doesn't work out. We want to have as much of the original photo as we can to work with. Here's an image that has a lot of details, lines. You see the shutters in the background, the windows, panes, the railing that they're leaning on. It's very difficult to recreate that as we put it into our rendering process. So if you can, avoid it. If you can't, then give us plenty of room around the image so that we can work with that. This particular one is okay, but there's just not enough room around the sides to really work with, so we try to avoid that if possible. The other thing where we're cropping and rendering the image is if you have a lot of background that has a lot of detail, it's hard for us to clone that and recreate that when we're rendering and trying to fit it into our template for that particular bag. This is a very cute photo. It does work, but it's difficult to have reproduce that busy background. The last, not the last one, but this next one here is this group photo. Just things to consider here as a group is the clarity of the photo. This was taken by somebody's camera here. They were on vacation, maybe they're in Europe, and the images are really small. And so if you're ordering a cosmetic case, a small item like a women's pocketbook, the detail of the people in the image are going to be very difficult to make out. You're going to go, okay, anybody that you're showing your handbag to, they're going to be like, who's that? I can't really tell. They're going to be a little bit blurry. It's just there's not a lot of clarity. So you really want where the image, the subject matter's head is at least the size of a quarter on the original image. This last tip here is beautiful photograph, professionally taken photograph, but it's a little bit too close on the subject matter. So we, even though it's beautiful and it will make a great handbag, it might be a little too close because we're going to have to do some more cropping and get it even closer. So we might be coming too close to that eye, cutting more of the head off, and it's not going to look ideal. So, and we can't recreate body parts, so we really recommend that to avoid really tight cropped original images. I hope this helps. If you have any questions about this video, you can email us info@ginaalexander.com. Thank you for watching.